So it is, what is it? It is January 1st, 2019. It's about 6 in the morning, and we're gonna go take some pictures. So you might be wondering, Josh, what are you doing? Why are you up at 6 a.m. on New Year's? Weren't you up late last night? Well, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going off like 4.5 hours of sleep right now. And it's funny, because whenever I do something like this, people are like, why? Why did you do that? Why would you want to do that? I mean, in short, this is caused by a failure. So I just got back from another trip, and I feel like I just blew almost all the shots. I was real happy when I took them, but once I got home and threw them on my computer, there wasn't too much promise. I think I spent hours in Lightroom before eventually I was just like, these aren't good pictures, and nothing I do is gonna make them good pictures. And that sucks. I mean, it sucks when you're at somewhere incredible and you just screw up. In the past year, I've taken lots and lots of just terrible pictures. But amongst those terrible pictures, there's a few great ones I'm really proud of. But here's the thing, the very first thing I did, ever since I realized I needed to scrap those pictures, was I started Googling spots near me. I was fortunate enough to be in nature. There was a beautiful waterfall, but I just wasn't real happy with the photos I got. But after about 20 minutes of Googling, I quickly realized that there just wasn't a spot near me that was gonna get me that picture again, that was gonna get me that perfect image I had in my head. So I realized I'm gonna have to compromise. I'm gonna have to do a different kind of picture. I think too often we get kind of snobby, but it's like you scroll through your feed, right? And maybe this is just part of the bad influence by social media, but you're like scrolling through your feed and it's pretty easy to get discouraged. You'd be like, oh, I wish I could go somewhere that incredible. I wish I could go somewhere that fantastic and get that photo. But I think all too often we forget that sometimes you just need to put in the work, I think there's nowhere good near home. I think I've shot everything. Well, have you shot it at sunset? Have you shot it at sunrise? Have you shot it at blue hour? Have you tried a different lens? Have you tried a crazy angle? What are you doing? Are you putting in the work? Are you trying to get a good shot? Or are you just getting lazy? And I think I got a little lazy on my last shoot. But as cliche as it sounds, there's so much we can learn from our failures. And again, it's cliche, but there's a reason it's cliche. Back in the summer, I got into astrophotography for the first time. And I remember getting to this sweet location. I was with a buddy of mine, and we just started shooting the stars. And I got home, and I had this same feeling. I just felt like I blew it. I didn't get the shot I had in my head. So literally, like, the next day or like a day later, I just said, this can't be it. I have this opportunity. I think I was done with work. I worked the entire summer, but I had this small window. I had 2 weeks off. I took the last 2 weeks off before I went back to college. So I had this golden opportunity, and it was like, it just can't end this way. I'm not happy with this photo. I need to do something about it. So like a day or two later, I just hopped in the car and I started driving to this random location for another chance. I found this crazy old bus spray painted in the middle of the desert, and it was somewhere I'd seen before. I'd always wanted to go there, but I never would have just gotten my car and left unless I had messed up the shot before. I remember just standing there in the dark and just me and my camera, and it was just this crazy feeling. When I took that picture, when I pressed that shutter, when I saw the Milky Way for the first time, it was all worth it. I remember when I posted that, I got all these messages, all these comments. I think it was my most popular photo to date. And I think it's one of the best photos I took in the entire year, if not maybe the best photo. And I never would have got that if I hadn't failed so miserably the day before. One of the things I learned in this past year is photography just doesn't always work out. Sometimes the weather will screw you over, sometimes you'll mess up the settings, sometimes you'll take a picture that you think looks good, and then you get back home and you realize it looks like shit. I mean, in this past year, I failed in a lot of ways. You know, I made some videos that did pretty poorly. I took some photos I'm not very proud of. You know, I'm in college and I took some tests I wish I'd done better on. I failed a lot of things. Sometimes the initial shock really sucks, but the only way you can redeem yourself, the only way you can get better, the only way you can pick yourself back up is just get out there and try again. Even now, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I don't know if the clouds are gonna block my sunrise. I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, when you're putting in the work, no matter how many times you fail, eventually you're gonna succeed. You're gonna get something you need, something you want, something you're proud of. Again, I know it's cliche, but we really do learn so much from our mistakes, so much. But I mean, especially in photography, I think once you realize that you took a photo that maybe you thought was good, but it's not so good anymore, that means you're progressing. I think a big part of photography is knowing what's a good photo and knowing what's a bad photo. And once you can just tell yourself, or maybe sometimes someone else has to tell you, you know, oh, you could have did this better. You know, once you realize that, it's like, that's the first step to improving. I mean, I'm totally aware I could go out today and just get nothing, but, you know, I'm feeling good, I'm putting in the work, and I think I can get a good photo today. I think I can redeem myself. I've definitely kind of got this syndrome right now where I'm really hard on myself. I'm trying to keep up a good Instagram feed, I'm trying to make these videos, and sometimes they're just not as good as I'd like. This year, 2019, you know, I just want to do more. I want to improve as much as I can. I want to take more photos. I want to make more videos. I want to go more places. I want to do more things. The way I see it, like right now, this is how I want to start the year off. It's easy to look at all the reasons why you shouldn't go off 4 hours of sleep and go take photos alone, you know, at sunrise. You know, why would anyone want to do that? It's so easy to come up with reasons why that's stupid. You know, over the summer I was working a really grungy job, and I remember I was told to do something and I was like, I can't do that, it's just not gonna work. And this sounds harsh, but one of the guys I was working for told me, you know, maybe if you spend a lot less time worrying on why something won't work, you could figure out a way to make it work. And that stuck with me. You know, don't worry about why something's stupid, don't worry about what could happen. Just put all that time, put all that effort into making it happen. So here's to 2019. It's January 1st, I'm up at, well, now it's only 7 in the morning. The nice thing about winter is we've got these late sunsets, so there's really no excuse for not going and capturing them. The sun isn't rising at 5:30 in the morning. I think sunrise for me right now is like 7:40. So here's to 2019, you know, I want to do more things, I want to see more interesting places, meet people, just get out. When you have these opportunities, these days you can do anything in the world that you want. It's so dumb to just even think about just laying around and doing nothing. Get inspired, find something you want to do, find a goal, do something crazy, like it doesn't matter what. For me, I want to go take this photo, nothing's gonna stop me. This is what I want to do, this is where I want to be. I had this idea and now I'm making it a reality. And if that isn't like the coolest thing ever, then I don't know what is. So, I don't know what you're into, probably photography. Maybe you're not though, and that's okay. Whatever you're interested in, whatever you're passionate about, work on it in 2019, work on it. Don't not do something because it requires effort. Going off 4 hours of sleep, you know, once a week or even once a month isn't gonna kill you. Going a day without watching Netflix isn't gonna be bad for you. Take the time, take that step, and go do something you wouldn't do otherwise. Get out of that comfort zone and just do it. Quit spending time thinking that something is stupid and spend that time doing it. At least personally, I think the one thing I've never regretted in life is just putting in the work, giving something my all, and just seeing what happens. At least that's what I was thinking on the way here. Hope you guys crush it this year.